the really real truth about great adventure. Let me make something very unusual clear for you. And be forewarned, as it is sure to come across as tough love for many. Walking the great trails and taking to great adventure is not optional. You must be very confused hearing such a thing. Most people don't even know what a great trail is. But the trails are in fact more important than a high school diploma and more important than a college or university education. The trails are more important than your career and all the promotions combined. They are more important than any advice you've ever heard. They are certainly more important than making others proud of you. The trails are also very challenging, very hard, but it is just tough love. You are not a pumpkin. You are not a worker. You are meant to become a great being. Only those things that deeply matter to you are as important as the trail. I recommend you section hike so that your triple crown takes a lifetime. And please, always hike in a group. The cranky but powerful holding up the rear where they belong, and the energetic and cheerful, on point, always leading the way. Don't worry, there's a lot of space out there, and you can always keep in touch by texting over satellite. The groups will shift. It is always like that. People come and go. Some will have to go to fight in wars, or put out cranial blazes, as Bryson puts it. But others will come in and join to question their tacit assumptions and unarticulated presuppositions, as Cornel West puts it. Go as a group. Don't go alone. You see, humanity is too young to get anything quite right. We are glued and taped up by sticky, invisible indoctrination. It is really hard to see it. So you need to go to the other side, to the trails. You need to become a castaway, so that you see with your own eyes. You will also need narrated books, your entire intellectual inheritance. The books are as important as the trail itself. You know, the books and the trail are one and the same, really. They are indivisible. Books written by great beings, which are also loved by intellectuals, adventurers, and all the lovers of wisdom. Those are the only works that are worthy of your precious time. They are far more important than standardized lectures, career advice nonsense, and especially textbooks. Yes, something is wrong with the world, but it is just a wrinkle. And that something does come from humanity's immaturity, so it will eventually fade away. So as long as we learn for real, so as long as we accept our intellectual inheritance, which is all the greatest of thoughts, weaved and repeated by all those who are most celebrated for their wisdom and vision and clarity. We are likely genetically predisposed to hold whatever opinion we are born to over the facts that are actually worthy of us. And that is a problem. One way to break out of this propensity for indoctrination is to shake off the stress that mere opinion will drive into us by letting the trails run all the things that were forced into our minds into the ground. The trails will help us rise to where the great beings leave off. We will all read and love different books. We will absolutely cry to different stories, to different pages. But the direction will always be the same for all the many generations that will need to walk the trail to get there. Humanity's point of convergence on wisdom, greatness, and world peace. Lastly, I wanted to name the trails so that you know where to go. Take a look at what is the Appalachian Trail, a very short and powerful introduction to what a trail really does, what it is for. And then give Dixie a listen. She's a guide, a kindred spirit. She'll show you what got lost in the translation. The trails are Appalachian Trail, Pacific Crest Trail, and Continental Divide Trail. They all combine to create the Triple Crown. If you are from other parts of the world, don't forget that we are one huge family. We are only divided by the indoctrination that we have to address. The same indoctrination that tolerates war and poverty. The same indoctrination that prevents you from reaching out for your true intellectual inheritance. The many thousands of life-changing books that help us set course for wisdom, greatness, and peace.